Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. Yes, this is your brother. I'm here this afternoon, late afternoon, to try to get into, what's the issues with what's going on in these communities of ours. I've done a few videos dealing with the issue, and basically to give you a real quick run through that, and for the people to come in, who's going to probably sit in and, actually discuss, bring your points in the comment section, let's be respectful and everything like that before we really get started off. But pretty much I want to give you what's going on in the African American communities. As we know, has been going on. It's a dilemma. It's problem. It's issues that have been going on, and a lot of it is due to the lack of economical standing, the lack of economical opportunity, just money, not having no money, not being able to have access to money, the distribution of money in this country, because we are African descendants and Americans, right? Even though we were forcefully brought here. And I'm not going to get into that. I'm not sitting in here to get into that. But the point is, and while I'm focusing on just African Americans, and it's not a thing of pro-Black or all this other type of stuff, it's a thing of the reality. And it's a thing of when the census is done, who, as far as a group of people, as a nationality in this country, is at the furthest bottom point when it comes to economical, infrastructural gains. We're not gaining. We're not only losing life, we're losing in the area of economics, in the area of finance, in the area where money is being distributed to us in the way that it should be. And there's other groups that are there, like, you have the Latina communities, brown people, and due to what, I keep it real, I keep it 100. This country has established a systematic racism from the times of slavery and even the times of taking the land from the Native Americans. Speaking of such, with Thanksgiving, but that's a whole nother video as well that we'll probably do something on that. Because that's coming soon, and to give respects due to the deaths and the lives that were lost from the Native Americans, I want to do that. But this is a whole nother story and whole nother picture. I'm dealing with economics. This is my money, or better to say business segment / cryptocurrency. And if you didn't already notice in my thumbnail sketch or my thumbnail, I have put in there I know there's nobody really right now viewing. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I don't, I'm not looking to continue what I'm saying in order to have viewers. Viewers are not gonna, determine me putting out what I'm trying to put out. Some people will still see it in YouTube and view it on YouTube and what have you. That's fine. It's my first live anyway. And I'm still trying to get the glitching in, as far as getting the glitches out, as far as what I don't know how to do and what I should know how to do. And that's all good. It's okay. This is my first time. Nobody is always knowledgeable of something for their first time. They have to learn, you know what I mean? But anyway, and that's another reason why I won't hold a panel, because I'm not ready for that actually at this time. But just you can, comment in the comment section, and that would be fine. I would, like to hear from you in that area. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that the people in our communities, African American communities, have been struggling since day one. And it has been times that we have tried to come up. We've tried to do things and get things done, like Tulsa, that situation. And then once we tried, if you know the history, you know what happened. That there was a altercation between a white man or a white American and an African American at that time. Well, back that time it was calling them black person or a Negro, you know. And anyway, and then the worst word, as we know, the nigger. You know what I mean? So anyway, back then, of course, we knew what was the situation. We knew how things were, and they didn't play with that. Whether a white person got harmed or whatever, as far as on the white, you know, racist side of things, they came at that area and just, you know, burned it down, burned the businesses down, killed several people during that time of the chaos, and due to what happened and transpired between the two people, the white person, he died, and the black person, they came after him, and then just got everybody after that. So point blank, to be back at the point, is that we've strived, and that was an economy there. That was a economy that was growing in the African American community. Now you have all these communities, nationalities, that their economical base or their financial base flourishes, functions without any problem. But ours, when we created, especially when we created it then like that issue, there was others, and economical bases, then there's something that comes to try to tear it apart. And it's usually coming from the racist, you know, supremacist way of the system that has been built up here. Okay. And so it's hard. But now we got into these times, especially with the subcultures known as hip hop, and the subcultures of the street life, and the subculture of, you know, the gangster lean that came to be later on, especially from the West Coast, through the music as well, the influences of the music, which that's a whole nother story about the influences of the music industry, the rap industry, how it has influenced this mentality of the street life. It's perpetuated it even more now than it's ever been. Now it's like there's no value systems. They don't care. It's about getting that money and taking life if they have to do so, and get them out of the way. That's it. And if I'm giving money to basically take a person out, that's what's going to happen too, because I got to get that money. That's what matters more, is getting that money, not about life. As we know in Islam, you know me. I'm your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show, you friendly neighborhood Muslim. I'm gonna bring it out. Allah mentions about when you kill a human being, it's like killing all of mankind. This is in the Quran. This is from the Prophet speaks on this, and this expounding, of course, by the companions of the Prophet and on through the generations of the early Muslims that brought the real seriousness of the matter. Taking a human being's life. It's not any values in that anymore. But we know this is a revelation that Allah's messenger brought, that hasad, that killing will become rampant. And that's one of the signs of the day that we're going to meet Allah, the day of judgment, Yom Qiyamah. Okay, but to get away from that, because I know some of you people, you'll get a little bit here he goes. Not just me, but anybody, because religion is not, or per se religion, this is a way of life, Islam, but it's not something that's trending. You know, ungodliness is trending, shaitanic worship, and people like these young guys that just recently saw one of them, the guys doing the island boy type of videos, and went viral so many times, TikTok, this and that. People are doing like, you know, they're trying to go dub over it, and it's just ridiculous, you know, lost. But the guy, the main guy with the blonde locks, you know, talked about how he sold his soul, which in Islam we know you can't sell your soul, because the soul is not owned by us; it's owned by the one who gave us the soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So selling your soul, that's just a fallacy. That's the fallacy and the misguidance of the shaitan and the people who are behind them and work with him to get you to do that. Sign on the dotted line with blood. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whatever. We ain't going to get into that either. But that's the industry. Yeah, that's what the industry has done. And that's where it perpetuates and takes these young people into, and to the point where they even want to take somebody out for money over who's going to be in a position or whatever, however, like this last rapper who died, Young Dolph. Some of you heard of any of my videos already. I've mentioned, you know, and yeah, I'm still on this because all it is just a reconfirmation is what's going on out there. You know, that's all what it is. It's a reconfirmation of what's actually taking place. You know, so you know, this is what it is, and we got to accept it. We got to look at ourselves and say, okay, what are we going to do about this? And so, you know, I have a position and a solution, you know, to it, as far as with the dean first is accepting Islam. With Islam and, you know, forth, and I bring it and I invite you to it, and I always invite my viewers, people, all non-Muslims, of course, but that's first. And, you know, I'm not here to really bring that in here as the main focal point of this video and this live, but the main thing is to get you to realize that that's where I'm coming with my solution. Everybody got to bring their own solution. Brother Taalib's going to bring the correct solution, is what he's learned in his life and others that he's seen, and he knows how it has changed them to make them better. And then after that is that, because you gotta implement, you gotta act upon what you say you were upon. So as far as me being a believer and having trust in my Creator and reliance on Him, there's also, we call it tawakkul, and you'll hear it. And I spoke about it in some of my videos before. But with that, you have to, trusting in Allah and relying on Allah, you have to implement that which you say you do, that which you say you want. So when it comes to finance, or when it comes to money, or anything in this life, because this is just part of life. These are just parts of life. Money is just a part of the life. We have to do a whole lot of other things. We use money to allow us to do many different maneuvers and transactions, and to obtain things, and to have things that we need, and have things that we want. You know, and at this point in time, people are more immersed in their desires. So they want more money than what they actually need, and they want more of these things of desires than even to take care of their own selves as a person, a human being, as a person with soul, you know, and others. They put money first before life. And that's why we have death. So now we got to change the mentality. Okay, do I have to kill people to get money? Is there a better way to get my money? Yes, it is. That's why the first coming of this new money, as you've seen in the picture, you see Bitcoin, you see Ethereum, you see XRP. That's where I'm at right now. That's what's holding me down. I mean, I'm still struggling. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not rich. I'm not even near close to being rich. I'm not even middle class still in that position, because I still live check to check. But besides me living check to check, I have something to fall on if my check don't come through like it's supposed to. I'm relying on another human being to give me something. You understand what I'm saying? And that pretty much is the point here. What is cryptocurrency going to do for us? What's his name? Nakamoto, Satoshi Nakamoto, the person or the people. It's just the name, but it may be people. This is what they're saying. Who started Bitcoin? There was a reason he started it. And I've said this in my other videos. You see most of my videos that have this background right here, the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Go to those videos. I'm going to also even post where you can go to those videos in my channel. And I speak about this. Those of you that's new in here, or those of you who are not new, and it's just a reconfirmation to wake up and realize that this streets and this life and speak to other people. Each one teach one. Talk to your boys, talk to your brothers, talk to the people who are out there still in the street doing that all over this country, especially us. Everybody's dying in the streets. I mean, I'm not gonna keep it on. It's not a race thing when it comes to death. When it comes to money, no. It comes to money, and death comes behind, because that's what the people want. whatever color they are. So don't get it twisted. I'm just saying who's actually the people dying a lot more in these communities. In African, predominantly African American communities, white man, Chinese man, Spanish man, they're not the ones. Sometimes the Spanish, yeah, that's like I said, they're the second, but they have a little bit above us because they know how to come together. That's one thing about them. I'm Spanish too. My mother is from Honduras. My mother was a Honduran woman. She came to America, grew up here. She's gone now. But me, I'm both worlds. My father's African American, so I know both worlds. I know how the Spanish people struggled in the hood, as we call it, and I know how the African Americans struggle in the hood. Let's keep it real. All this media and this stuff, and these people try to say we're all the same thing. All lives matter. That's true. But do our lives matter more? That's what we need to say. Not just Black Lives Matter. Does Black lives matter more or matter equal? No, because from us, it don't even matter. But I mean, we who look the same don't even matter. That's why we trying to get this money and don't want to deal with the alternatives, because I know people are out there trying to put the word out and say, listen, you don't have to be doing all that. People trying to get you into real estate. People trying to get you into all these different areas of business. But you got to somebody give you a contract and you want to kill a person because you see they got a lot of money or whatever it is that was in your mind to get you to do that, and not deal with the alternatives that's better than what somebody's trying to give you, which is a shaitan. He's a human shaitan to even set up a contract to want to take a person's life. That's the devil in a human form, as we call them human shaitan, human devils. You got the jinn devils that comes from shaitan, the main jinn. Okay, now no fallen angel, the main jinn, and then you got the devils that are on this earth as human beings that do these evil things. Sometimes worse. Sometimes the devil be like, he'd be like, whoa, these guys is worse than me. And they pretty much are, because the devil just whispers into you to do these actions. But you spill blood like it's like now you gotta have bodies to be able to be somebody in the streets. To be able to get a job to do something like that. So how many bodies you got under you? That's your clout. You clouting out with death in order to get money. And the money ain't even worth the death. Because the death is going to come back to you. Because people love them, the person you take out. Yeah. I'm getting into my tangent again. Yo, Allah has given us this cryptocurrency. Just like the pandemic, he gave us the pandemic, allowed it to happen. When I say he allowed it to happen for reasons. Take advantage of it. How did people take advantage of the pandemic? Not talking about getting the sick part. Of course not. That's harm. That's people dying, which is the ultimate thing that's happened, or people suffering from it, being real sick with it, that still survived. But people came together. People stopped with all this desire stuff, too much frivolous running out. But, humankind is humankind. As soon as that stuff started dying out and they started saying, okay, we can stop with the shutdown and the stores can open back up and all the businesses and the stuff, and you can go to the beaches, and everybody was flocking right back. Because that's what it is with us. Our desires is what we worship. We put that first. But the point I'm saying is, again, the money, we have to change it. We have to change that mentality. We have to change how we're going to deal. And, there's solutions being given. And I've given it, and I'm giving you a way in that solution and how you need to approach it. Right now, as I see, there's nobody here. Some people peeping in, some people peeping out. Okay, that's no problem. But if those who you see this video and nobody wants to come in and nobody wants to basically, kind of discuss this, that's okay. I guess you're discussing it with the people that you want to discuss it with. That's fine and dandy. But the point I'm saying is, is that the reality is the reality. We have to change our mentality and how we out there making money, how we trying to get money. Because when it comes to the ultimate level, the ultimate, outcome, you can't get money anymore. You either you locked up, you can't get money anymore. You might get some canteen, you might get whatever you're going to get in there, or you get death. And death that stops you. You can't do it anymore. You're done. You're going in the grave. Or if they cremate you because they can't afford to put you in the grave. You done, try to get money, and your money can't even get you to be buried. So like, when we gonna wake up? But again, back to Bitcoin, this thing was started for peer-to-peer transactions. This thing was started for people to have control. There's nobody in no central people who are involved in your transactions between each other. Like it used to be, like with bartering. That was one of the first ways of trade, and then turned into transactions of products and people who own a certain product that they had, whether it's an animal that they raised and they were selling the animal for some rice or something. This is the ancient times. And then it got into coinage. And now it is what it is now. Well, fiat money, we know the dollar, that the dudes want to put the stacks on the table and represent, like, yo, I got stacks, and all this. It don't make no sense, because all that, if the fire comes in and you got all them stacks, then they're gone. That money's gone. Just like that. When somebody come through the door, yo, give me that. Give me all of that. Or else I'm going to put this thing through your head. But with now what it is with digital currency is what I'm talking about, which is the new money. You have your money elsewhere. I mean, they got to make it like if you go to ATM, somebody comes and try to rob you, they got to make you take that money out. They ain't even in front of you on the table and all that type of stuff. All them stacks in the daggone closet, under the bed, whatever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put you down. That's how you doing. That's your way. You want to represent like that and look like that and show the people, and that puts yourself in a situation like some people on YouTube got robbed and killed. When they put that and showed they got all them stacks. These people out there trying to get that money. Like what happened to Dolph? And Allah knows best what is the whole thing is coming out to young Dolph. Over some money. People take them out for the money. This is what it looks like. I mean, that's execution style, what they did to him. And they came in with an assault weapon, make sure that nobody can stop them. They had to put somebody else down, or if he was shooting at, like he did. They said that he was shooting back. But this is the violence. This is what I'm talking about, the killings. I'm dealing with the killings and the violence in the community. This is what goes on regularly. But this blood money don't have to be blood money anymore, because everybody can get this wealth. Real simple and easy. Get yourself a daggone wallet. Let me show you. You get yourself a wallet. Yeah. See this? This is a wallet. It's called Coinbase. I'm trying to get it. It's called Coinbase. See that? It got, what is that up there? It says 59,688.85 of Bitcoin for every coin. For every coin. You're talking about bags, right? You're talking about bags. That's bags. If you was invested in it like me when I was first given and introduced to it, and I didn't invest, and I regretted it, bags I would have had. Well, qadarullah ma sha fa'ala. I don't have. Okay? And look at it as compound. Like, back in the day when you're doing the hustle and you got them bags and you're putting them bags together, you're putting them vials together. Or now it's Percocet. You're getting whatever little containers you got to put your stuff in. You want to sell, put it out on the block, and give these people what they need so you can make that money in. So every bag is, what is it? If you're selling marijuana, every bag was $10, right? Dime bags. Remember that? Nickel bags. And then these vials, $20, whatever. All these different prices. I know. I've been there. We've done that. We've been in those days. Alhamdulillah. That stuff is back in the past. Evil of the misguidance is gone. Because alhamdulillah, I'm on what I'm on. And other brothers that have left that stuff. Maybe did some time. Had to do time for, or, you know, and they was able to survive it. You can survive. Brothers, our people, we can survive. But it's like it's in your heart. You know, it's like this is your thing. You don't think you can get to go and get a wallet online. Go to Coinbase. Go to Uphold. These are names. I'll post them for you. Get yourself a wallet. Take some of that money that you hustle with. Change it up. Flip it. Put it in there. Invest. Don't worry about the volatility. It goes up. It goes down. Because your money in the streets go up and down. And the worst of it, you're going down in the ground. But if you're doing this, hey, you're going to eventually have to pay the taxes. Taxes are going to be coming in. That legislation has been put in the office, Biden and all that infrastructure and all that. 2024. Don't worry about it right now. Get your money. Build up and stack up in there. That's it. It's right on your phone. You use your phone every day. You be on it. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And you know, scrolling down to see how many people, you know, send you messages, or you're Facebooking, or you TikToking, or you talking to some women, or whatever you're doing. May Allah guide you to Islam so you won't be doing the evil stuff still, because there's other whole areas of evil things. But I'm talking about money. Changing your mentality with money. And then if you could get a quick, fast hit with that, which is legal, it's just, you know, this is just regulations are coming in soon, and it's going to regulate and, you know, kind of squeeze it up a little bit. That's why you need to come on now, while still young, while you still got a chance, before the regulation comes down, bloom. Because no, the government is coming down on it. And there's going to be cryptocurrency. We got over 5,000 different cryptocurrencies. You can get into one that's just, starts off not even a penny yet. Like me, I invested in one that wasn't even a penny yet. Gave me, you know, you can get millions when you do that. That quick, if it goes up to a penny. Let's say you get something that's like a few increments under a penny, and then it goes up to $1. It could make you a millionaire that quick. But you worry about putting your life in jeopardy in the streets. And you worrying about that. We got this stuff has been going on for a few years now. You got platforms of people, they telling you what to do. Even though some of them are scammers. Bump them scammers. Tell them to, you know, yo, I ain't with you. You don't got this. Learn. You got to go and study and educate yourself. Just like you educated yourself in how to run things in the street. Do your life in the street. Live that life in the street. In our communities. That making it dangerous for regular people who just want to go to work and do a regular job, or they want to start a regular business, and they come in and they bring in a business and try to give you employment and stuff, and you want to take the hand and bite it that feeds you. You're going to take the hand and bite it like Nipsey Hussle and these types. Kill them. They trying to help you in the community. They trying to help you. This vicious, ignorant cycle of this people that is out there with that mentality, that street mentality. And, you know, that's why I said Islam first, because I know I can't change none of you. Everything I'm saying right here, it doesn't even matter. Go over the head. Nigga, I ain't trying to hear that. That's how you probably, some of you who viewing this and seeing this, that's how you probably coming. Because I've had that come to me. Yeah, you on your thing, you whatever it is. Street life, this life, you might say you righteous because you into the 5% nation, or you in the God bodies, do all this, whatever, and you still out there helping to kill your people, still smoking, getting puffed up. Some of you, that's a whole nother story, like CBDC or whatever. You know, you want to get into that business, that's on you. You go ahead with that. That's not the right business. Unless you're doing something medicinal, it's not the right business. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've already been there, done that too. And you can say, oh, that's what you say. But business that's better, that's going to help the people and keep their bodies clean is what we need. Because that all that stuff and smoking and getting high and dying out, that's destroying the people too, slowly. It's been doing that. It's been doing that since drug dealing industry started, from coke. It's been doing that. It's still doing that. Percocets. Slowly but surely putting the people's brain out. It's harming the body. Ain't no good. But you don't have no values no more. Because you don't even know who you are. You don't care. I don't care about that, man. I'm trying to get this money. Money's getting you in your grave very soon. Your time will come. Keep it up, or get up with this. Learn something different. Change your mindset. Say, oh, I don't want my loved ones dying. At least, do you love your children that you have? Do you love your moms that's up in the house chilling and cooking and whatever, you come in the house and you have the heart to be able to take somebody else out and you come still back into your house to eat with them? Or you might not have no family. You might be the grungiest of the grunger. You might be the goonish of the goons. Don't have nobody. And that's how you get into that goon state, that goon mind. I don't care. Only I care about is my boy. He's right here. As long as he's giving me, feeding me, and helping me out, I got him. If somebody give me a better deal, I'm going after that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's just a pawn. Don't even realize they don't care about you, and you're expendable to them over some money. They'll take money to take you out, especially if they feel that's going to be detrimental to their cause, what they want. They're going to put you out with that same money. They might give another person extra money on top of the money they was going to give to you to do what you did. The game is vicious. They don't care. The streets don't care, and they don't love you. None of these people love you. And I knows that. That's why I left it. That's why I got up out of my whole city, because I was getting tired of this stuff. Fearing the lives of my family, my sons, my children, which is my two oldest boys still over there in that area, New York, they're in Connecticut. And then I got my brothers. They used to be out there. Alhamdulillah, Allah protected them. You know, one of them took Shahada, became Muslim, you know, and Alhamdulillah. And my fathers and some of them people are still in the city. And so a lot of my family from my father's side moved out, even some of my mom's side, because it was going down the drain, and it's still going down the drain in several different ways. Now, for the people who got money, see, I thought they got that money. They're all right. They're doing fine, pretty much. But the people still in the hood, it's the way it is, and always have been. And it ain't getting any better, because you're not changing this and this. You're not giving yourself a different direction and saying, nah, man, I'm just tired of that. I don't want to keep doing that. Start realizing, say, yo, I just don't want to keep doing that. I don't want my family to go down like I've seen other people go. And I even took other people's family members. If you was one who got bodies under you that did that. But it's not too late. Allah is often forgiving. But of course, coming to him as a Muslim, that's a whole nother story here. I'm not here on that per se, giving you little bits and pieces of that. Let you know that's the best way, first and foremost. And then the money, going after it the correct way. Doing what's right, doing what's safe to the body, doing what's safe to the people, doing what's safe to the environment. Making sure you're not being destructive in your community. And that's it, man. You know, those who are inside, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much for coming in. You know, since there's pretty much nobody here I'm going to cut this video a little short, unless, you know, you have a comment, just comment in the comment section. And any other people who was in here, you know, thank you for popping in, even though you didn't stay. It's all good though. You know what I mean? I do my videos without a live and having interaction with people anyway. Only time I have interaction is if I'm invited to a live. And some of the brothers that I've dealt with in the African diaspora, you know, community, I might get into their live and then speak and, you know, speak on their, you know, on their panel. And they know of me, Brother Taalib, and, you know, some of them shout out to that, you know, those brothers. You got the Happy Companion, and you have the brother from the Going Black to Africa, and Sheikh Yahya, and brother Abdullah Sujada, I think it is, and different and Shaheed, a brother, and different brothers out there. Naam. Assalamu alaikum, Ameriki Aswad. Yes, brother. Good to see you. And it's been a while. Yes, alhamdulillah. You know, I've just been talking. I don't know if you got in, but I was talking about the subject matter of dealing with the issues at hand that we've all been seeing and been seeing for years in and years out, still to now, which is at a worst point, you know, because there's basically no values when it comes to getting money with our people, especially in the hood, you know, in these hoods where it's a very much more lacking. You know, you got Jay-Z's and 50 Cents and all these type of people at the top, and the big time comedians and the sport athletes and all these guys, they got money at the top and they making maneuvers, but they're not the high level percentage of us. You know, they're not the high level percentage of who we are as African Americans. The high percentage of us is who lives within the hood, who lives in the communities that are, you know, pretty much downtrodden due to a lot of what we don't allow to happen, because we're not doing anything much about it. We just living, and we're complacent with it. Some of us remain in the hood even when the stuff is going on, like, you know, what happened to this young Doubt. I mean, this is a sad thing, because how can people, they get up and they bring themselves up and then they want to stay in their hood and they try to do for their people, and their people put them out, take them out, their own people. It's crazy, you know, and that's the sad thing. But yeah, okay, the brother, you into crypto? That's good. So pretty much, you know, like I was been telling the people, and I've always been trying to let them know that this is a new way that's going to take place even more into the couple of years to come, of transacting with money. You know, the different governments other than just America are kind of like getting to a point where they're setting up and starting to prepare for the removal, or, you know, dying out of the fiat money or dollars, and how we use dollars as transactions. If you know, most people just deal with cards now. I'm not even talking about credit cards. I'm talking about debit. They use their Google Pays. They're using the you know, swiping with their phones. Everything is becoming digital. And as far as, like I said, globally, you have banks, central banks. These are the ones who provide the money to the regular banks, like Bank of America, and the people we bank with. They provide the money through the treasury of that country that prints it out, right? And they provide the money. The Federal Reserve puts the word down, saying, okay, send this to this bank, boom, 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 boom. And those banks, it's like loans, you know what I mean? They have to give that money back. So they got to make money back and then give them the part of the money that was given to them. But the money comes out from the central banks. So the central banks are creating and starting to work with fintech companies, like the main one I deal with with my currency that I've invested in, called XRP. And XRP, if you don't know about it, that's a very good investment, brother. I would advise you to invest in it, because it has longevity to come. It has a usage case. It has basic, you know, everything is there for it, you know. And any of you who are listening as well, just you know, cue in. But that it's going to go a long way, because it deals with banks. That was their main function that they came out with. ODL, it's called ODL, on demand liquidity. And they deal with banks. So that's a big thing. They deal with banks globally. And they have a lot of different, look it up, research, or you can look at some of my videos, especially the ones that you see the videos in my channel that have this behind it, because that's my segment that I do business and I do cryptocurrency/cryptocurrency, videos on. So you can check some of those videos if you need. Just let me know. I can give you an exact video that covers a little more about XRP. But then, you got the other cryptocurrencies as well. And, but basically, like Bitcoin's the godfather, or the grandfather, to say better. And you got Ethereum and all that, like you said, like you see in the background. But XRP is going to be like that child that excels past their parents. You know why? Because he's connected. XRP, which is the company called Ripple, a fintech company, they're taking them to another level. And that's the point. So central banks are dealing with companies like them, Ripple, and especially Ripple itself. And these companies are helping them to gear up to do what is called CBDCs, which is central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currency. So meaning they're going to be going away from fiat currency, dollar note, money, paper money with printed images on it. They're going to no longer be using that eventually. And that's coming in a few years to come. It's not right at this point now, but it's preparations are being prepared. They're doing tests and prototype type of testing that eventually, once they get everything worked out and everything is straight, they're going to put the first launch out. Like you have the e-Naira, which is in Nigeria. Okay, it's there. They launched it. It's a central bank cryptocurrency from the Nigerian central bank. It's there. Bahamas, they've done it before, and they launched their CBDC. Certain Asian countries so far, I think, have. I'm not sure of any European countries right off yet, but it's getting there. Bitcoin is made money, the regular, excuse me, I'm sorry, brother, it's time for my drink. Bitcoin is made, what is it called again? Man, I can't get that word. But legal tender in El Salvador. Okay, legal tender. You got Akon, which is he's a Senegalese American rapper. He used to be here into the rap industry big time, turning the whole city into a cryptocurrency run city, meaning they're going to be doing their transactions straight only on cryptocurrency, of his cryptocurrency that he's created. You know what I mean? This is the future. It's coming in. Now we got metaverse. We got all these different things that are going on. So our people really got to get the gist and get involved. That's the thing that's crazy, that, he'll post some videos, but it's not just enough rappers that are doing and showing that. Some of them are like still quiet about it. But you're going to put stacks on the table, start putting Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and all this other stuff, and putting it on your phone, or posting it in your video of whatever you're doing, and showing how, or you got a shirt, you wearing a Bitcoin shirt, do that type of stuff, and then you start showing okay, you want to show off your riches, fine. You got Bitcoin riches, you got Ethereum riches. This is different money. But the thing about it is that you're not trying to kill a person for it, because it's easy to be gotten. That's the point. But getting out there in that street, it's harder to get that money. And that's why people kill each other for it. They're really desperate to get it. They know it's difficult, so I'm going to do the best move I can. If I have to take somebody out, then so be it. That's their mentality. That's why this topic is what I bring, is about, changing that mindset and trying to, looking into the alternatives of making money and getting our money now, because we just going down a destructive path continuously. We're not getting any better. The people who tried to raise us up out of our, issues and our impoverished issues, our downtrodden way of being suppressed by this racist systemic society that was, was predominantly run by They were white racist people. That those people who was, they say the Civil Rights Act and all these things, it's like, what did they do when we still in the same situation that we are, you know? And all this pushing to be, conscious and stuff. If we're not changing our actual situation, we're not really changing it. That's the point. And this is a way to change it for real, for real. I mean, you got another guy, what's his name, Herbalist Kareem. And I don't know, look into check the YouTube, and you can see, maybe you can find his videos. I'll see if I can post, but he was saying some stuff about the cryptocurrency too. You know what I mean? And he's into it as well. And he's putting the word out. But a lot of the people are not really getting it like that. So if you know anything, brother, and you have any people, put them on, bro, and let them know, and try to bring them along. And if you have enough knowledge to really guide them, because we need it, man. We really need it. The more the people get, each one teach one, that get to know and make it more perpetual, and leaving the people away. And then even you got guys that are still in that life, and then they start saying, yo, man, I found out about this. I'm about to retire from this joint. I'm not doing none of this no more. And that's where we need them to start thinking. We need them to start feeling like that. We need to get that to them and let them know, I don't have to be out there hustling. I don't have to be out there pimping. I don't have to be out there sticking up people. I don't have to be out there executing people by, getting a couple thousands, a couple of G's, because you're not getting millions. Nobody gonna give you not near a million to take out somebody. That's just not how it is. That's just not going down, because they know the life ain't worth like that. They don't care about life. That's how evil they are. You know what I'm saying? They've gone over the threshold of being a good person and having a heart and love. They may love their loved ones, and then when their loved ones get taken out, they're angry, hateful, even more. It's hurting. So it's a mixture of hate and sadness because they lost their loved one. But you did it to yourself. That's the life you living in. You a gangster, and you really don't care about your family, because if you did, you wouldn't be in that life. You'd find an alternative. And this is one of the alternatives I'm trying to give to the people. And Allah knows best. May Allah guide us all. I mean, brothers and sisters, or whoever's here. Yeah, I got a 15-year-old daughter into NFTs. SubhanAllah. That's what I'm talking about, Akhi. And, it's funny, because even with my daughter, I'm doing that with my daughter. And my son, I'm trying to get him, because he's a gamer. He's a game head. He be on his computer, my youngest son. And then my oldest boys too. But I'm trying to get my daughter, and she's very artistically inclined, and mashallah, I think she got it a little bit from her father's background, because myself went to art school and stuff. So I'm working with her to try to figure out some artwork to be able to turn into NFTs, and then we can make some money off of that as well. So things is out there, man. There's so many opportunities, bro. It's like, subhanallah, Allahumma ameen. Yes, it's so many opportunities. And we really need to take advantage as a people of it. And there's some Muslims, as for our Muslim brothers and sisters, that are, skeptical about getting involved, because they feel, and alhamdulillah, you're looking after your deen. You're looking after the fact you're the metaverse for your gamers. Oh yeah, that's where he was talking about. He needed to get a game real quick and get to what you just said. He needed to get a game, actual computer that he can start getting into making, building his own game. And I said, you don't necessarily need the computer, you need the software. So, we're going to venture into that too, but I'm dealing with my daughter first. And we bought her a digital designer. So she's been doing some doodling and making some stuff and saving it. And I told her, once you get enough stuff done, now you got to choose what you're going to do your work on, what is going to be your craft work. And you're going to get a final piece done, because all this is drafting, draft drawing. So basically, we're getting there, and we got ideas. But back to the point, is something else. We have to get ourselves into these areas. It's there for us. There's so many different areas to go into. Like you said, the metaverse. That's going to be a whole nother industry of business and making money. And also just enjoying. You can enjoy yourself in those areas too. But back to the point I was saying about some skepticalness of the Muslims, about getting involved in the cryptocurrency is that they feel you got some of the people that got that spooky stuff and thinking that this is the Illuminati or the masonry type of thing that they brought that thing out. No, a lot of these people don't even know. They don't have no dealings with Illuminati stuff like that because they can't, because they were at the bottom of the toll pole trying to get this thing kicked off. Nakamoto, Satoshi Nakamoto. These were some like Bill Gates types back in the day when they were in their basements in the garage on their computer, you know, geek heads trying to figure out how they can change things because they're tired too. You know what I mean? They didn't have money. They probably in high school or just coming out of college struggling, and they're trying to get stuff done. So they put this stuff in there. I'm not just saying it was Japanese because it could be a Japanese person who's to say who was started Bitcoin. But all these other different groups of people from different nationalities that are coming out of the woodwork. We're trying to bring the knowledge that they gained as designers and tech heads and going out there and getting involved in the space, in the cryptocurrency space. So there's nothing to be skeptical about. But as far as with the Muslims that have a skepticism on the halal and haram, that's all good. I don't blame you on that. You have to, but I've put out videos. I even have a video that I can post for you or anybody that has skepticism about it as a Muslim, that it is halal because it is actual currency. If it was something like, you know, interest or riba, or was something you was just getting money off of nothing, but it has a usage case, and because it has a usage case, because it's on a digital computation of what you call cryptography, which is connected to the computer systems and the network that creates this type of thing. It's a working thing. You know, it's just like banking. They put the money, send the money in, and it becomes a digit. So that money's haram for you to take because it's put into a digit now in the bank. You can't get it as a dollar without having clarity that you own these digits. That these digits are saying you got $1,000. So now you can prove with your ID and everything, and you plug in and get into the ATM, and then you can put your ID, put your password in, and you go directly to your account, and your account says $1,000. You're gonna get that $1,000. But if it doesn't say $1,000, let's say somebody took it out, which has happened, they're not gonna give you $1,000 because it's not digitally in their system. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that's how the people who say, oh, this might be haram. No, it's not haram. It's clear. Some of the ulama, they got different opinions. Some of the scholars have different opinions, but you got a good portion of them starting to realize, because a lot of the ones that have the negative opinions don't even know as much as they need to know. You have scholars that are in finance, in the Sharia, dealing with the laws of finance in our laws of Islam, Sharia. And they broke it down, and they brought it out. One of them said this is a distorted currency, meaning, you know, they don't know its stability. And that's the basic thing that they're trying to say, that, you know, it's not clear whether it's something to be that is actually a stable coin. And some people think that, but it is stable enough when you get your money back out of it, because they can transact. It's just like the currencies of different currencies for different countries, like the dollar note. The people put value into that dollar note, and they put a number on that piece of paper. They printed it, and they put a person's face on it, of the countryman or the president, of the leader of the country, whoever they decided to put on that, and said, okay, this is the value of, this is $1 bill. This is the value of a $20 bill. It's $20 worth for this piece of paper. Okay, it's basically the same thing. It's digital. It's just in a digital realm. That's all. Like we've been getting to through the banks as they came to be now, with ATMs and all that. It's digital. We're in there. We're there. We're in the 21st century. So let's get it, people. So I've been on long enough, brothers and sisters, and those who are here, okay? And I appreciate you coming. And brother Amiriki Aswad, you're the only one in the chat that I can see. Nobody else has posted a chat. That is, I think I've seen 2 people for a minute with you. But yes, some of the ulema, not all of them. There's some that said no, And there's some that say that it is permissible only because it is not clear that it is haram, as far as it being something that's not you making money off of nothing, because that can go fall in the line of how interest is as well. You know what I'm saying? You're getting money for nothing. And then they bring their proofs and the likes of this, and that it's not it doesn't have a stable situation, so people can be wasting their money. And this is the stuff that they brought. You know, there's various things, but as far as all of them I haven't spoken against it, but there are some that, yes, I agree with it. But I take the position of the ones who brought their financial background with proof, their financial background, not just because they're a scholar, and they might be a scholar of Quran, they might be a scholar of all the different things, which is highly respected by me, as well as any Muslims who should be respecting them for that position. But they didn't have enough knowledge in that area of finance, as far as how finance goes from the dinar to where we're dealing with what we deal with today, you know, and the likes of this, or any other type of currency, you know. So, you know, basically Allah knows best, brothers and sisters. And bro, I appreciate you again. Yeah, I'm gonna get the salat in too. So you be good, and for everybody, keep it up, stay in, you know, stay in the loop. Don't forget to subscribe, you know, click the like button in there for me, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And, you know, stay in the loop and click that that notification bell so that you can get more videos that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be trying to do more lives. This is my first live. And you know, hey, got 2 people that came in, and my good brother and Mariki, that's why I appreciate it. And so I appreciate you all, and y'all have a good night. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings be upon you. And keep up the lessons. Peace and blessings, keep up the lessons. Can't forget that. All right. Assalamu alaikum.